Oh boy, if you're an Xbox user, you had a very big week for modding. If you're a PC user, you still had an exciting week, plus we still have more mods, more capabilities, but not nearly as exciting as those Xbox users. Either way, we are back with another episode of Fallout 4 Mods Weekly. This is a series where I show you guys the best mods to come out each and every week for Fallout 4. Just some of the best releases, consider it almost a highlight reel of all the stuff you should be downloading. Today's probably going to be a bit of a shorter episode, but either way, if you guys are watching this, a lot of people that watch my videos are actually not subscribed to my channel, so if you're interested, you can subscribe. I post content like this every week. For episode 100, I'm doing something very special, so look forward to that. And just in addition, I plan to make a lot more content on Bethesda's new game, as well as some of the other E3 conferences coming up, in addition to just the normal Fallout modding and even some Fallout 4 lore videos that I do have coming soon. With all that being said though, we could just jump into today's normal video. Then we do have the Battlefield 1 animation pack for the Mosin NAGANT infantry. Yeah, I'm probably pronouncing the name of that thing wrong, but you know what? That's totally okay. In my personal playthrough that you sometimes see in the backgrounds of other videos, I actually just got this wondrous piece of equipment, so color me happy when I actually saw these animations uploaded for it. The Battlefield 1 animation pack is not actually a pack at all. It's a bunch of standalone and individual animations for different pieces of equipment that did appear in both Fallout 4, typically through modding, but also in Battlefield 1 through just the vanilla game. This is not like a ripping or port of anything from Battlefield 1, it's just taking inspiration from the animations that do appear in that game and recreating them in Fallout 4 for all of our enjoyment. Thus far, I've actually been a pretty big fan of these. A lot of the animations from Battlefield 1 are pretty aggressive and almost in some sense a little bit exaggerated. For the Mosin here, you'll especially notice that when you actually pull the bolt back, it just is a lot more than the vanilla animations. Pretty much all animations for Fallout 4 are preference, so you have to prefer these ones to the vanilla ones. I personally do, although the vanilla ones are very high quality on this mod in particular. I like these, and it definitely is a good way to mix it up and actually give this gun a little bit of a refresher. The only thing that kind of is annoying about this is actually when you're using the vanilla Mosin, you will have the reload script, so if you fire once, you will only reload one bullet back into the gun, but with these custom animations, that functionality is actually removed, and you will put a full clip back into the gun. It makes sense, and the animation is actually very quick and fluid, so it's not too big of a deal, but if that is something that would bother you, you shouldn't use these animations. So we got another Sim Settlements add-on pack. Last month I showed you guys adding in a bunch of ships and boats. That was really cool, but also very niche. It was perfect for like island or coastal settlements. This one's going to be of a similar vein. This is going to be called VaultLand, and what it's going to do is create a bunch of interplots, and if you don't know, that's going to be added in by the Rise of the Commonwealth DLC for Sim Settlements specifically, and it's more or less going to be plots that go inside a building, so not a standalone building itself. As you could probably guess and hopefully see, these interplots are all going to be Vault-Tec themed. So they're going to be using a lot of the assets from the Vault-Tec DLC where you can create your own vault. This is going to be really cool because if any of you guys are using the Vault-Tec DLC, you'll quickly realize that a lot of the things from vanilla Sim Settlements and a lot of the other add-on packs don't really fit super well with the aesthetic of the vault. On the other hand, this is going to be perfect for that. So if you actually go through and begin to build up a vault in Vault 88, you should download this mod also and use Sim Settlements in your vault because it is a infinitely superior settlement system when compared to the vanilla options. Again, this is super niche. Some of you guys may want to use this just on your normal settlements, but I personally think it's not the highest quality. That's not to take a shot at the mod author, but just in general, there is definitely some room for polish, but again, it's going to be very niche, and in this specific usage, I think it's going to be a great fit in your game. Then we do have the Chiappa Rhino. This is something I've been showing you guys a lot of in my upcoming mod series, and it pretty much lives up to the hype. It is going to add in this new piece of equipment in Fallout 4. As you can see in the background, there's a few different customization options. You can get some different barrels, some different sights, or put a pretty cool bayonet on it if you want to, as well as of course the standard texture customization options to make things look nice and spicy with those awesome patterns. And honestly, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, this thing is pretty simple. It's going to kind of just be your standard piece of equipment that you have in Fallout 4. This one just looks way better than a lot of the alternatives out there. Yeah, some of the customization options are nice and a little bit unique, but the real standout feature here is the visuals. If you like the way this looks in the background and you want to use that on your own character, maybe you think it's going to fit with one of your existing builds, then download it. But if you're looking for something totally new or to try and reinvent this concept, then this is definitely not going to be it. Either way, I like it. I actually think some of the texture options are pretty cool and look really freaking good. I'd say it's actually one of the best looking textures I've seen in a mod as of late. But either way, I would say this is one for you to really decide for yourself. So last week I told you guys that CBBE got ported over to Xbox One and that I would keep an eye out for some awesome mods to follow. Well, you got a lot of freaking mods, and this is just going to be more of a rapid fire section. Many of these mods were already on PC, but one mod that actually got released both on PC and Xbox One recently is the Classy Chassis Outfitter. So I pretty much never cover mods like this, but more or less what it's actually going to be is a hybrid between the vanilla outfit aesthetic. So a lot of the outfits you see in Fallout 4 do kind of have a Wastelander or even a rundown look on them. It's taking that concept and making them all kind of look slooty. If you're into that kind of thing, if you want this to be integrated into the level list of your world and all these different Wastelanders to look like this, hey, more power to you. If you're on Xbox One and really want to see the effects of CBBE on the wide scale and on many of the NPCs you interact with, hey, download this. You may end up getting a stiffy, but you know what? That's not my fault. Alright, so this section of the video is largely just going to be rapid fire. There were a ton of new outfit and armor mods released due to this new CBBE. That's really hard to say quickly. CBBE. Either way, there's a lot of new outfits that came out on Xbox One, so I'm just going to show them to you all really quickly. If you want an armored Leotard, it kind of looks like a vault suit, but it actually has some armor on it. This definitely is on the slootier side of things. I definitely can't show you the back of this one if I want this video to remain monetized. If you want something that's a little bit more obvious, you do have MONNO'S Bikini. This is going to add in a ton of lore-friendly, I guess, bikinis. They have like emblems from some of the major factions on them, so that makes it lore friendly, right? But maybe you're going to pretend to be a little bit more reserved. We also do have LARA'S Wetsuit, which is not a bikini, definitely more covering, still not super covering, and another one that I can't show you the back of. Then you have Pampas Set, and I don't really get the name of this one, but either way, this is going to add in a ton of new outfits and like combinations of things. This is actually one of the more expansive ones, so if you are looking for like a bunch of new stuff to get added into your game to use on your character, I would actually download this one more so than some of the other ones that are just kind of one singular outfit with some different colors. If you're looking for just a normal outfit or a largely normal outfit, we have the Evil Detective. This is going to be something that's super usable on any character. There's actually a male and a female version, so it's not just for you virgins out there. And this one I actually think looks really freaking cool. It's not super revealing. I mean, it's a little tight on the skin, but either way, the tactical combat armor does combine a few other assets from other mods out there, but brings them together to, I think, create a pretty cool looking armor. I would say this is probably the most redeeming out of everything on this list as to something that just looks cool in Fallout 4, independent of what audience it probably attracts. Another big and really high quality outfit pack is actually going to be TSCHUTSCHI'S wardrobe. So I'm probably pronouncing this wrong, but either way, this was actually ported over to Xbox One. This mod out there is renowned for creating a lot of really cool and high quality stuff. They posted a few different wardrobe packs, and the one that got ported over is definitely one of the good ones. And again, if you want a ton of new outfits, this is a great download. And then finally, one other kind of tactical armor that is treading the line between appropriate and not, but largely on the appropriate side, is going to be the Ranger armor. This is also by TSCHUTSCHI. Again, I have no freaking idea how to pronounce her name. I think it's a girl. This is going to be another one that looks pretty good. I definitely like this. I've actually used this on some of my characters in the past. If you're interested in any of the armors I just showed you, there's actually a few I left out, but they're very similar to the ones I included. I tried to have a wide range of options for all of you because, you know, different strokes for different people. Either way, all the download links down below for PC and Xbox One. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video, but we do have a psych fun fact today, and it's actually going to be called the Dunning-Kruger effect. So what this effect more or less says is that you are ignorant to your own kind of ignorance or incorrectness when you are ignorant. There's no way any of you actually understood what I just said, but either way, it's a cognitive bias that means that when you're actually not super well informed on something, you will overestimate your abilities in that field. So maybe I don't know a ton about biking, and I think I'm really good at biking for that reason. More or less, the effect states that you actually have to be knowledgeable about something to realize how unskilled you are at it or how little you know about a topic. Like I have to get my degree in psychology to realize how little I actually know about psychology. Before I got my degree, I thought I knew a lot about psychology because I read a few articles online. A quote from the original study done in 1999 says, "Not only do these people reach erroneous conclusions and make unfortunate choices, but their incompetence robs them of the metacognitive ability to realize it." So what is the takeaway from this? When ignorant on a topic, it's probably just best to shut up or to think about what you say really hard before you actually talk about it. Either way, that's pretty much going to wrap it up again for this one. As always, I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time for the very special episode 100. See you all later.